What's up, guys? Fully Silence back in another video. So I just had a con over the past weekend. It was a smaller con, and just wanted to talk about it and show off what I got from the con, and just talk about how it went. So it was a smaller show in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. It's about an hour from where I live, and I paid for two 6-foot tables, which were $50 a piece, so it was $100 to get into the show. And it was in a hotel called the Embassy Suites, but it was in a hotel and I guess a smaller room, or like a room off to the side that is for events and whatnot. But yeah, it was actually a great show. It wasn't in like a convention center like the other two have been, so it was actually kind of more quiet, it almost seemed like. And the traffic wasn't as like crazy as the last two, obviously. But it was actually really, really good. I technically did better at this show than I did the other two shows based on how much I paid to get in. So I was very, very happy with the weekend. I very much surpassed my goal. I sold some big books. I'll like I said, I'll put up some videos of the setup and put up some pictures for some of the books I sold. The biggest ones being I sold the other New Mutants 98 newsstand. And then I sold a 9.6, I think it's ASM 601, that Mary Jane cover. I think it's 601, but I sold that book in a 9.6. And then a few other nice books as well. Like I took pictures of some of the nicer stuff that I sold. But yeah, it was a good show. I had my dad helped me out. My girlfriend and her friend showed up on the second day. And then my sister actually showed up on the first day as well. So it was cool. Second day was surprisingly good too. Obviously a lot slower, but it was good. I mean, I enjoyed it, and I just hung out all day. I was actually really tired on Saturday because I was at Jazz Fest the day before. Which was a good time, but yeah. So I'll just go through some of the stuff I bought. I didn't get a whole lot. I made one trade, which I really thought it was a good trade. And yeah, so let's just check it out. The first thing I bought were these two books. I saw these in a dollar bin. I just thought they were kind of cool. And then I looked it up, and one of them is actually a key issue. But this is Alien Encounters #7. I know this sci-fi stuff is really popular right now. That's just a really nice cover with the alien carrying the woman, and she looks good. So that's a cool one for $1. I figured, why not? And then I got Alien Encounters #6, and I'm actually gonna read this. This is the inspiration for John Carpenter's film They Live. So there's like a 6 to 8 page story in the back titled Nada, or Nada, I guess I say Nada. And I think the main character in the movie, his last name is Nada. So that was the inspiration for that movie, and that's actually what I might be watching after I make this video. So I want to watch that movie. So I thought that was a good buy. And then I went to another booth and I spent $15 here. It was 18, but I asked for if they could just do 15 on it. A few people actually, I was surprised. This show was really great for me. I'm gonna try to do it again. But a few people had packed up, like some hadn't even showed up the second day, and a few of them packed up really, really early the second day. And they were both from 10 to 5 both days, and some vendors had left at like 1 o'clock the second day, which for me, it was fairly good the entire time. I made some last minute sales even on Sunday, so I stayed, and it's also just, in my opinion, the right thing to do, you know. But yeah, I got these 3 books. I got Batman Beyond 24, just had a $3 marked at $3. And one thing I noticed, there was one booth or a couple booths that had, or a few, I'd say 2 or 3 of them where they had some comics, but they were in horrible bags and boards, like just, and like the prices, like it's like written on the bag and board. It's not even like a sticker or anything. Just kind of unorganized in my opinion. That's probably why they didn't do too hot. But I got Evil Dead 2, Dark Ones Rising #3. I think this might be a variant cover, but for $3, it's a horror comic, which is really popular, and it's a Halloween homage. Homage cover. I think I saw one of these listed for a nice little bit, maybe like 30-40 bucks online. I don't know if it's worth that. I really didn't see any solds for it, but it is a cool book, so I thought picking that up would be nice. And then I like this. This is Spawn #1, the 25th anniversary edition director's cut. Just a nice cover. They had 12 on this. I think it might be like a $20-$25 book, so I picked that up as well. And then I'll go over the trade that I made. A guy that I saw him at the St. Tammany show, and he has a YouTube channel. I think it's GFan Dad, and he likes to hunt at garage sales and whatnot, and he buys video games and comics, and I think action figures as well. He's a big Godzilla fan. He bought one of my Godzilla magazines that I had, the Monsters in Filmland or something like that. But I'll show pictures of what he bought for me. But we made a trade, and these are the books I got from him, so I was excited about it. I thought it was a good deal. I think like I said, with trades, I try to come out on top just because I'm basically paying for the books anyway. But I think retail, I think he had like $95 worth of books, and then I believe I can get maybe like $150 out of these, so I thought that was a fair trade. And they're all keys, that's why I like this. I got Marvel Team Up 141, definitely not a super nice copy. It's a little on the rougher side. Not horrible, but it's definitely like a lower mid-grade copy. But that is a nice book and a good book to have. We got Ghost Rider #1. It's in pretty decent shape, so I mean, like a $20-$25 book. I would say the Marvel Team Up was like a $25 book fairly easily. This one, Punisher #1. This is the 87 run. I guess the same thing, like $20-$25 book fairly easily. And then these were cool. I was excited about these. I sold one of these at the show, Deadpool #1. So I got another one in. Excuse me. So that's a good book. I sold the one I had for 50 bucks, so I might just keep it at that, you know. So nice book. And then this one is one that I'm excited about. It's actually in fairly nice shape as far as what I can see. And it's a newsstand, so that's cool. I got Marvel Superheroes Winter Special, the first appearance of Squirrel Girl on a newsstand. So I think this might be like a $50 book as well, maybe even more. I got to double check. I know it used to go for more, but that is pretty cool. So yeah, I thought that trade worked out nice. He was happy with it. I was happy with it. So yeah. And then I also bought some books. He had a bunch of comics that were $2 a piece. So I just went through and grabbed 20 books from him. So we'll run through them because I thought they were some pretty good deals. Up first, I actually, what sold really well for me this time was the sets. I sold a bit of everything. The keys, that's 2 key boxes always do really well. The set boxes, I sold a few of those. I sold some variants, some exclusives. I sold some back issue. I sold a few graded books and some keys. Like I sold a bit of everything, so it was good. But I got Venom: The Madness 1 through 3. It's for $6 basically. I got RoboCop 2, RoboCop 2 #1. This is a Jim Lee cover, so I thought that was pretty neat. This one I really like the cover, so this one might be for the PC. RoboCop 2, the official adaptation of the film. It's just a really cool cover. Air Raiders #1. I like these Star comics, especially the #1. That's a decent book. I just tried to make it an even 40 bucks because I had picked out a few. So some of these I grabbed just because I was like, I didn't know what else to do. Sledgehammer #1. This is kind of like looks like a little bit of a horror, more of a fun horror, but like definitely a horror book. So that is cool. And it's a Star Comics #1 in nice shape. This was pretty neat. I got 3 copies of Huntress, 4 copies of Huntress #1, and one of them is a newsstand. So I definitely picked those up for $2 a piece. This is a nice one too. I got 2 copies of The Hobbit #1 for $2 a piece. Let's see. We got X-Force #2, the second appearance of Deadpool. Good book. Nothing crazy, but you know. The Flash #1. Newsstand. That's a good book. Probably worth 10, 15 bucks. And then The Thing #1. Nice book there for $2 all day. And then I got this nice set right here. I got Punisher War Journal #6. Great book there. And then #7, another great book. And then I'm hoping some of these are in better shape. This one is not in great shape, but for $2, X-Men Adventures #1. So I thought that was pretty cool. Unfortunately, when I pulled it out of the bag and board, this was like stuck, and there's definitely some kind of like stain right there. So something sticky was down there. But you know, for $2, I could probably get $4 out of it either way, even with that. I don't know. And then this was the coolest. It's not in perfect shape, but it is still pretty cool. Biker Mice from from Mars #1, and it is a newsstand. So I thought that was cool for $2. Not a crazy book, but still. So I thought that was a really good haul there. Some of this stuff I got to read back and forth for sure. Some really cool stuff. Like I said, made money selling books and got some cool stuff to replenish all that. But yeah, I think I'm hopefully throughout this video I'm gonna edit it and put some pictures and whatnot. But it's basically the same thing every time at this point. Definitely, I might make a video. I'm probably gonna make a video every single time just to show off, how it looked and what I got especially. Yeah. So thanks for watching. Until next time.